This is going to show you a very easy high score, solo 1% score for Warlock mains. That being the COIL. The COIL is 2.91 million points. If you solo floss the COIL in around about 20 to 22 minutes maximum, you will get a you will breach top 1% score bracket. That's all you need to do. It's actually very easy to obtain this. You will just scrape it, but just scraping it's enough. And as like I say, that's the only condition, that you solo floss it in 20 odd minutes, which can be done very easy because COIL has a unique buff. What you're going to understand about with this is COIL has its own buffs and the card is separate. The card buffs and the COIL buffs stack together, making it very easy COIL. For melee-centric builds, very easy on all classes as well. So that's what we're going to cover today. So my channel's been doing overwhelmingly really well of late. So I thank you for that. Just know that I'm a hungry player and I've got that fire in the stomach. And a player that's hungry will just keep going and going and going. So as a reward for the recent success of the channel, I'm going to do a bit of seductive commentary for this introduction, just so that you get a little bit of a tease off it, right? So follow along. So Warlock mains, I need your attention. Right, so are you sitting down on your couch? I'd recommend that you don't wear shorts. Yeah, wear long pants, yeah? And let's talk costumes, right? Let's talk costumes. I want you to colour your costume the colour of rouge, because that's the colour of lust, right? That's the first step. Then we come over to weapons. 28 centimeters of greatness. 4 Neutria is a meta weapon, and you should be farming this hand cannon. It's extremely powerful in the game. This is an end game hand cannon. This I would like I say, extremely advise that you farm the rolls on this. There's many rolls you want, but you want to lock in a 1-2 punch roll. My entire run is based around 1-2 punch. So the reason why these hand cannons are good is because it doesn't rely on ammo. Yeah, it's very simple. It's a hand cannon, but it's a shotgun, and you can proc it without having to think about ammo and such. And it one-shots all lads. So this is an extremely good hand cannon with melee-centric builds. I'm used to using new Malpies because we don't need to use any other exotic. We need to go quickly. I would still recommend you go Eager Edge on this, because if you don't beat it in 22-23 minutes, you might not breach the score. So I would still recommend you go Eager Edge for this. There is a bit of a requirement for that in this case. Armor wise, Lord Fellwinter with Paragon set. Paragon, 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 Paragon. Melee, super, weapons. That's all you need. Here's the armor mods. Let's break it down. Hands-on, double heavy-handed for orb generation. Melee font, double arc resist concussive dampener is recommended for this. I've got a surge on. I've got a scav. I've got some scavs on. Yeah, powerful attraction, time dilation, so that my orbs last longer. That they last longer with the armor charges, right? You get it. Artifact mods, no artifact mods matter. Just discount on scavs and shield crush. You can run any artifact mods at all. There is Iron Lord's Vigor, and I didn't even run it because I forgot about it, which gives you more sword ammo and stuff. But again, it doesn't matter for the run. Build wise, Aspects Fragment, Song of Flame, Phoenix Dive, Arcane Needle. I love Friendly Grenade for ad clear. I just like it. I've started to really use it recently, but if you want to use Healing Aid, you can, but you're tanky enough. Or Cold Snap. I would recommend, for Lord Fellwinter melee builds, the best 2 nades, in my opinion, are Cold Snap and Fredlin. If you're playing in an activity that's difficult, very difficult, that being, something more difficult than Healing Aid, yes. Storm Grenade, you don't really need it because you've got that with Lightning Surge. And Void Grenade, sometimes you can run that for debuff, but we've got Lord Fellwinter as a debuff. As I've said in the past, Fellwinter's Helm is Tractor Cannon on your head. It is a 30% unique weakening debuff. Yeah, so that's what we go with for this. You've got to go with Edge of Fate stuff. If you go with non-Edge of Fate stuff, your score will be lower because of how the card is set up. So let's come on to that. I'm going to have to build it again. Every time you do this, you've got to build the card again. But I'm going to assume you're just doing this once for the score. So let's go through that. Challenge modifiers. Freddy Banes. Boom. Easiest Banes to clear. Deadly Arc Threat. Yep. Blasts. Yep. Pop that on. What else we got? Glass Cannon for the solo damage bonus. It's like Solo Operator, that. That's our first damage bonus. All Ammo Famine. Yep. Because ammo doesn't matter. And Match Game. Yeah. Match Game goes on. I mean, look. It's not like you're going to be fighting those shields. You're going to be one-shotting all shields with your melee. So Match Game is an absolute non-factor in this. So you use it. Don't be using Slow and Small. You are losing points. Don't be using Battlefield Promotion. It is bugged with Extinction Revives. And Grounded, man oh man. The amount of players I've heard running Grounded. Yous lads must not be very athletic. Yeah, you must be not jumping around. I like to jump around and stuff, man. And Grounded impales against my athleticism, and I won't be having it. You can run Grounded, dude, but I ain't. Don't make me run what you run. Although, yeah, Pressure Cooker. And we run 2 share. This is why we don't run Equipment Locks. You lose 50,000 points. So you can't run it. No ammo starting. Brawn. Extinction Revives. Yeah, and then finally buffs. Right, this is important. Brawler will stack with the COIL buff. That's a 300% recharge rate. It's unique to COIL. There's a COIL Brawler and then there's a card Brawler. There's 2 Brawlers. You've got 2 Brawlers today. I hope that makes sense. You'll see in the run. Now, Brawler helps out Song of Flame damage. Song of Flame damage is buffed by Brawler. Are you aware of it? You should be aware of it. The melee stat doesn't help Song of Flame like it used to because they nerfed that, I believe. But the Brawler mod does increase Song of Flame damage. That is very important to understand. Next buff is Full Throttle. It's 100% damage bonus at full stacks, and you will get that because Coil's very dense. And finally, Slayer. There we go. That's just another solo damage bonus because you are soloing this. So all this stuff is going to stack with all the Coil buffs and all your build buffs. You're going to be one-shotting all the bosses. Not one-shotting, but almost. You're going to be doing tremendous amounts of damage. It's extremely fun. I highly recommend this. So let's go on with the run. Okay, so here is that solo top 1% COIL solo run. That's really easy to pull off. It's not difficult, this at all. Okay, Fused Wishing Glass is a buff. Remember, we have Brawler here. Pick up the buff called Melee Ability Accelerant and Protection Bosses. Pick up those 2 buffs. Those are the only 2 buffs you need in COIL. You don't need any more buffs. You are not going to farm for any more Wishing Glass materials at all in this run. If you try to do that, you will lose score. This is very paramount. I know that you want to shoot vases. I'm asking you politely, can you not go for Wishing Glass? You don't need it. Even Glass Collectors, don't bother killing them. They don't give you any points. In COIL, it's objective based. It's not ad clear based. Although there's times when you need clear ads. Poison Cavern. Look for plates. 3 plates. Yeah. Now, knowing in advance some of these plate locations is going to help you out. I'm going to presume that you've at least played COIL a little bit this event. You're bound to have played it at least once. Yeah. But if you're unfamiliar with plates, I recommend you get familiar with the plates, then you do this. Do a little bit of practice. Right, for this room, there's 2 different encounters. There's either Scorn VIP Shields, where you need to pick up a poison buff, or it's Ad Clear. I have got Ad Clear. Technically, the poison Scorn Captains is quicker than this one. I've actually got a slower encounter here. There is RNG with the COIL, where you can get some encounters that are longer than other ones. But approximately, if you do everything properly, you should be doing this run in about 20 minutes. 20 minutes to 23 minutes tops. No more than 23 though. I think if you're at 23-minute mark, you won't get the score. I just don't think you'll be top 1% at that. So you need to go relatively quick. But you've got infinite melee here. You look at the melee recharge. It's stacking with the COIL buff. This is why I'm recommending you doing it. There's no RNG with the run. There's no high value target to kill. It's way more fun than salt mines. Way more fun. I would say it's the funnest call to arms event activity that there is right now. Proving Grounds is good as well. Proving Grounds was very fun for score as well. So I say Proving Grounds and this are fun, right? Rest of it not so much. Heliostat, don't like it. Salt mines, fed up of it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind salt mines. It's just because the high value target just doesn't spawn in, and it's. I have a strat. I had a unique strat as well for salt mines, and I was gonna post it up, but I'm doing this instead. I think this is way more fun, way more relevant. There's more things that can happen in the run. Better for commentary. It's not just a 5-minute thing. It's a 20-minute activity. It's a better video and everything, right? Poison Cavern. Go right first. Check left, right? If there was a plate right, pick that one up as well. Yeah, but like I say, you should know where the plate locations are. You're going to eager edge past these ads. Do build up a bit of full throttle. Remember, that's a 1% damage bonus for every ad killed. I'm 76 stacks. So that's a 76% damage bonus I have. I would say don't farm too heavily on that because you're wasting time. I would say just roll the dice what you get, because it does matter a little bit for this boss. The more stacks you have, the quicker you kill him. Yeah, the quicker. If you had 100 stacks, you would kill him a little bit quicker. Just watch how this goes. Right, look at that. Look at that Scorn spawn. Yeah, do you see there where the VIP spawns? Kill him immediate. Yeah, then use your mint. Yeah, then use your 1-2 punch, hand cannon, and pop transcendence for debuff. Now, I've got the virus. I need to get rid of it, but I'm going to show you how quickly I can melt him. I nearly melt him in 20 seconds. That's how good this is. So 1-2 punch is stacking with Brawler on top of Electric Slide. So do you see now? And obviously, Brawler takes advantage of the Super Song of Flame. It does. Whilst the melee stat does not take advantage like it did. I believe they've changed the melee stat with the way it works with supers. But Brawler particularly does still stack with Song of Flame. I hope you understand that. I really hope you have, because that's the whole idea of the run, is to 1-2 punch with the hand cannon and then melee snap. Melee snap. All the bosses, you melt them. So look at the stacks now. I'm 95 stacks now, 94. Go past the Riven. Do not care about Riven anymore. Don't care about wishing glasses. You're wasting time. You need to keep going. This isn't that speed intensive. But if you're looking at buffs, you're going to lose a minute. You're losing score. You are not. You just haven't got the time for it. For your run. Your run hasn't got time for looking at buffs. You've got all the buffs you could ever want. Boss protection. And Brawler. You've got Brawler on the card and Brawler from the COIL event itself. Okay, now then. Watch this section. Can be a little bit hairy with those. Maybe melee those ads. Don't slide off the map. I'm looking for my plates though. This phalanx trying to push me off. That's fine. I couldn't see the plate because of the fire. There was a plate there. I was worrying here for a minute. I was like, where's the third plate? Because I know that one was there. It's because I couldn't see for the fire. I was like, well, it must be there. And it was. Look, see. Because there was so much on my screen. Sometimes that's like that in D2. Have you noticed lately? With things. There's so much screen shake with D2. Right? Like that screen shake seems to have increased over the last 18 months with this game. I don't know what it is, but the screen shake is far too excessive in this game. It needs to be toned down. There should be a screen shake slider. There shouldn't be any screen shake. Like, look at that. Did you see when the taken enemy spawn, the screen shake? Constant screen shake. I've noticed that recently. I don't know if anyone else has. It's annoying though. Especially when you're getting hit by a lot of AoE. Right. Torches lit. Your only goal is to kill the wizards. You will not get any more points by killing everything else. Wizards spawn middle. If you get this, if you get the wizards, then fair enough. If you don't, it's ad clear. Now, torches lit is good RNG. This is quicker than ad clear. The ad clear version. After 3 torches are lit, boss spawns in. You can pop super if you want, but I don't even think it's necessary really. You just get rid of the ads anyways. You're doing tremendous amounts of damage at this point. You're doing so much damage that you're one-shotting everything. You will one-shot a yellow bar if you've got a 1-2 punch proc. with lightning surge, with debuff. You're basically one-shotting yellow bars at that point. So you're one-shotting everything. So, yeah. I only pop Transcendence when we need... When we want more damage, if that makes sense, right? If we want more damage and stuff. Always check Secret. Always check Secret Cave. This is Secret Cave on the right-hand side. The reason why you check Secret Cave is because there's a potential of a plate. If you don't check Secret Cave, Sod's Law will be the plate will be there. Be very careful of that. Always check Secret Cave. Even if the plate wasn't there, at least you've checked. Because if you go to the back of the map and you haven't checked it and you need in your last plate Secret Cave, well then you're in trouble. You've just lost a minute. So be very careful of that. That is the top tip for traversal, is check Secret Cave on right hand side. Always do it. Eager Edge past adds. Banner goes in. We're on the next boss here. Now then, wizards. So you need to go for wizards. Try and proc a 1-2 punch. Almost one-shots them. Look at that. That's first wizard down. Yeah? Go for the next wizard. Obviously, he's got match game shield, but that's fine. Look, it's just piecing it right away. And just keep going. Find your third wizard. Yeah? It's very important that you just do this. Don't be doing any ad clear or stuff like that. Now, watch this for damage. I'm going to pop a Transcendence. Yeah? With my debuff and such. You can reset Prevailing Darkness, but by the time you kill the boss, you won't need to. So yeah, the idea as well is just to pop super, shoot the boss with hand cannon, and then keep doing 1-2 punch rotation. Look at the damage. We're melting him. You don't even need to reset Prevailing Darkness, look. See, that's the whole idea of the run. So this hand cannon's meta. It's a meta weapon. And I know that the Airtide exists, but in difficult content, these shotgun hand cannons are very powerful in the game. However, they're only powerful when you're playing CQC. They have harsh range drop-off. So if you're playing in a Grandmaster that's old school and it's a long-range one, well then I wouldn't recommend you use the hand cannon. However, if you're on Consecration Titan, Electric Slide, Tempest Strike Hunter, any of those builds, you use these hand cannons. There's the Trials hand cannon, and then there's the Solar one. The shotgun hand cannons are very much meta weapons. And Ultimate Salt Mines has proved that, because if you've seen the meta Salt Mine speedruns, you would see that a lot of players ran the shotgun solar hand cannon, for good reason as well. It just hits that hard, yeah, and it's just overall very good weapon to use, alright, especially when you're playing aggressive. So these hand cannons, they're meta. You need to make sure you get a god roll for this, your god rolls. That being a 1-2 punch roll. You even want an incandescent roll, maybe a swashbuckler roll. There's all sorts of rolls you want on it. But definitely lock in a 1-2 punch hand cannon for this. Okay, so we've got bad RNG here. This can be ad clear or craniums. I've got craniums. This is bad RNG. It's not that bad, but it's probably going to be a minute slower now because of this. But we can't just reset because of this. We'll just keep going with the run. It's fine. Yeah? We're still going to get the run done in 20 minutes. Just remember, though, if you get this encounter, don't hang about. You need to go faster then. To counter that, you've got a longer engagement here than usual. Okay, Riven spawns in the back of the map. Let's get rid of him first. Melted. Look at that damage. That was with Arcane Needle as well. Yeah? And just keep clearing ads. When the harpies come in is when you need to pick up craniums. So yeah, you're going to have to use the Rocket Pulse. Because the hand cannon and the sword won't do that for you, will it? It won't do quick ad clear on harpies in the sky, will it? Yeah? Keep electric sliding. Now the invisible shiny minotaurs. Pick up cranium. It's 1 cranium per box, so you're going to need 4. That's what takes the time on this. See, it's taking the time. You'll get an extra Riven. Just get rid of him quickly with Lightning Surge. Pick up your next cranium. You can go behind the box as well. You're basically taking the shield off this ogre. Take an ogre. Yeah, 1 cranium per box. Be careful of the supplicants. Get your next cranium. Just keep doing it. Look at my health. It's full. So I don't need to worry. I can multitask, look. Same again. Go for the next cranium. And then rinse and repeat from there. Right? Pretty simple. When the boss spawns in, pop super or transcendence, up to you. Doesn't really matter. That's it. 1-2 punch. Just melting this guy. We do need to clear the rest of the ads though. To get to the next section. Couple of minotaurs here and we're done. So you can see now, after all these buffs, combat surge, 100 times full throttle, double brawler, one on the card and one in coil. You've got that many damage bonuses at the minute that you just melt on all the bosses. But that's part of the strat. Because if you didn't have these buffs, you wouldn't do it this quick. Without all of this buff, it would take you 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Glass collector there, doesn't matter, you don't get any extra points. So it's very important that you understand that you need to stack buffs on solo for this. If you don't stack buffs properly, you're not doing it. Now you can do it on grenade builds. You could do Void Walker. Yeah. Controverse holds. That would work very well on this. But the reason why I went with this again, Fell Winters, is because of the melee buff for coil. It's just overwhelmingly more worth it just to use this. For Warlocks at least. Okay, 3 plates. This room's dangerous. Be careful of spikes. Be very careful of the spikes, like I say. Because you do need to solo flawlessly. So you need to be familiar a little bit with these. Any misstep at all will send you to orbit. Remember that. Okay, so put banner in. We're on our last final 2 bosses here. We're doing pretty good for time. We're just over 10 minutes at this point. Okay, Minotaur, you need to get the Minotaur first. Yeah, pick up that cranium as soon as possible. The cranium will get buffed by all of your damage bonuses, so you take the boss's shield down quicker. So just watch this. We're going to go in Lightning Surges. The supplicants in middle, don't worry about it. Lightning Surge will disintegrate them. And just keep doing 1-2 punch, electric slide. Eager edge around the map if needed. Now I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the digital enemy. You can't avoid them. Pop a super now. And then 1-2 punch. And they're just all super. And look at this melt. We kill him before the digital enemy's just about. There you go, see. That was a good kill, that. Because there is a chance of death there if the supplicants explode on you as you get caught in the digital trap. You got to be careful. Be up in the air. That's why I was up in the air. Don't care about buffs. We're on the final boss. We've got one more encounter, one more traversal, and one boss. Right? We're literally 3-4 minutes away from doing this. Just keep eager edging though. Make sure that you're still staying on top of your time. Because this is where you might lose it. You don't want to lose your composure at this stage. Check Secret Cave. Watch this. This footage is going to prove to you that you should always check it. That's plate 1. I've got plate 1. Plate 2. Reset Prevailing Darkness. Plate 2 is here. Look, see? Secret Cave must always be checked. Whether there's a plate there or not. Because it's harder to get to this location than it is over the back of the map. Final plate is at the back of the map. And we're done. It's the final boss now. Oh no, sorry. Is it the final boss or is there another encounter? 5 minutes left. There's another encounter. Yeah. We've got torches to light. And then it's the final boss. Which I get good RNG again. So overall, I got a mixed bag on RNG, didn't I, if you evaluate it. The first room was Ad Clear, which is slower than the Poison one. Yeah. I got Vex Craniums, which is slower than Ad Clear, out of encounters. But there was a couple of occasions when I got Torches Lit, which is good RNG. So it balanced out. This is an average run that you would see. If you were to go and do this run, it would be around about the same time, if not quicker. For players who are less in skill, it will be 2 or 3 minutes slower, but try to get a good time on this, because your efforts will be in vain if you're too slow. I don't know the exact limit, but I would estimate it's about 23 minutes. If your run's 23 minutes, I don't think you'll beat 2.91 mil. I think you'll be just under the bracket. And that's not the goal of the video. The goal is that you get top 1%. See, torch is lit. So all the wizards, you just focus wizards. Now it's just add clear. Add clear from here. Yeah. Keep procking 1-2 punch. That's why it's so good, man. I mean, 1-2 punch shotguns have been meta for years. Like, when we use a shotgun in PvE, it's always revolved around 1-2 punch, hasn't it? Apart from Anarchy double slug back in the day. But with the hand cannon, it really does change things because, well, that means you don't need to run a shotgun. Because in PvE, like I said, you're not really using the shotgun for the shotgun. You're using it for 1-2 punch. Now, this hand cannon fulfills that role of a shotgun, and it's a very good primary on top of that. It hits way harder than other primaries, but it has harsh range drop-off. These hand cannons, I'm telling you, man, they're crazy good. I could see me using this hand cannon next month in the new dungeon. If the new dungeon is CQC, and I need to be on electric slide, I will use this hand cannon, you know. That's how strong I think it is. The only downside, it hasn't got hail clip. But I mean, some builds just don't need hail clip, lads. Not every build in the world needs hail clip. Electric slide, does it need hail clip? Not really. If you're very adept on electric slide, you're not needing hail clip, lads. You've got devour. You've got devour. What more can you want? So I'm trying to explain to you that these shotgun hand cannons are extremely important to the game. And you have an opportunity, this event, to get a god roll on it. There's no excuses for you to not have it. This event is raining tier 5s, so make sure you get it. Okay, final boss. 3 wizards, same as last time. We get frozen here, unfortunately, but that's fine. Yeah, get rid of our 3 wizards quickly. I need to reload here. Yeah, reset Pervading Darkness. Boss's shield goes down. He teleports. So what I do with this final boss is I wait for super. I'm not going to pop it just yet because I know he TP's back to middle. He's got a structure. He's got a pattern. He goes to the back of the map, then he goes to the other side of the map, then he goes back again. I will kill him on the next teleport. Just watch this damage. Pervading Darkness reset. Boss will teleport. Yeah, pop super. 1-2 punch with hand cannon plus melee. There we go. He's at the back of the map. Now I'm going to kill him. Just watch the damage. Look at the damage. That's crazy for just a primary and Song of Flame. I barely use special in this. I don't even need the special, just for harpies. This entire run was melee and the hand cannon and eager edge. That was it. Barely used special. Didn't need it. Just didn't need it. That's the solo top 1% for COIL. Relatively easy, providing that you follow the formula for this video. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.